Hey, it's a pretty special time in our sport. Right around the corner, we've got the 50th Bassmaster Classic. Fortunately, I was able to qualify. It's my very first Classic. I could not be more excited. What I wanted to do is give you a little bait preview of some of the things that I think are going to be key baits to play a big role in this year's Classic on Lake Guntersville. For one, you know, everybody knows that the Lipless Crankbait is going to be a big time player. This is the Booyah One Knocker. This is a crawl color. To me, I think this is going to be one of the biggest key baits this year. It's just got the one knock in it, so it's very loud. To me, there's times where that's the one they want, but there's also times where they want just the regular rattling version. It's got a knocker, but it also has small BBs in it. I think that's another key bait that's probably going to be playing a factor. It just depends on what those fish want. I always like to go into it and let them tell me. I throw both of them, let them tell me which one they want, if they want the one with a lot of rattles or if they just want the one that knocks. But that's a good color right there. I think that's going to be one that I'm going to throw a lot. To me, the reds this time of year obviously are better. Those fish are feeding up on crawdads, getting ready to spawn. I think that's going to be a bait that's going to be thrown a lot. Here's a new bait that we're coming out with. Fortunately, I was able to get my hands on a few before the Classic. This is the Booyah XCS. This is the 200 series. It's a little bit bigger body. To me, again, it's the Rayburn crawl color, Rayburn red. I think this is going to be a key bait for me. Not very many of us are going to have it. I think it's going to be something that's going to catch a lot of fish for me. This is the bring back of the old XCS Xcalibur. You know, everybody loved that bait. Everybody's wanting it back. It was a really good square bill. Well, we're bringing it back. This is the Booyah XCS. This is the 200 series. We're going to make it in a 100 and a 200. It's the exact same bait as the Excalibur was. Same plastic, same mold. It does not have a rattle in it. It's silent. To me, it's going to be a killer. So be looking for this one to come out at ICAST. It's going to be a bait that you're going to want to have in your tackle box. I'm so glad that we're bringing it back. But I think the Rayburn Red is going to be a key bait for me at the Classic. Another bait that I think, depending on what happens with the weather, everybody knows in the spring you can get a lot of rain. To me, I think if we get some rain, some cold weather, those fish aren't really wanting to spawn yet, I think you could see the Covert spinnerbait do some good. This is the new Booyah Covert. Jason Christie spent a lot of time and energy into making this bait what it is. It's a very good bait. It's got Hildebrandt blades. That's a number 6. It's got the orange kicker blade on it. That's just chartreuse and white. I've got the Young Pulse swim bait on the back of it. This is a 3/4 ounce. You can see the unique head design. Keeps that bait keeled right so it's not going to roll over when you're slow rolling it. But I think this could be a bait that, again, if we have that cold, rainy conditions, the water gets muddy, the Covert spinnerbait could play a key role. One thing that I think may get overlooked with all the moving baits and all the way that the guys are thinking you're going to have to fly down the bank to catch them, I think a good way to catch them is going to be with the jig. This is the new Eagle Flipping Jig. Got a really good sharp 4/0 hook in it, a good heavy weed guard. It's not going to be snagging up in the trees. This is pond scum perch color. I've got the Yum chunk on it, on the back of it, and I've got this one threaded up. This jig has a wire bait keeper, so it's going to keep that jig trailer up there. You're not going to need to be gluing it on. It's got a good sunk in line tie. Again, this is the new War Eagle Flipping Jig that Andy Morgan designed. I think that this is going to be one of those baits that you may not get a lot of bites on it, but I feel like for me, anytime that I come past a piece of structure, this is the bait that I'm going to want to throw, pitch it in those laydowns in those trees around those boat docks. I just think a jig in early spring is a great way to get a lot of big bites. But I just wanted to kind of give you an overview of some of the baits that I'm going to be throwing, and I know a lot of guys are going to be throwing these baits, but to me, this 50th Classic is going to be one of the most special Classics that we've ever had, and I'm sure glad to be a part of it. If you're able to make it to the Birmingham area, come by and see me. I'll get to fish the first 2 days for sure. Then they'll cut the field on day 3. So come out to takeoffs, see me at weigh-in, get an autograph. I look forward to seeing all you guys there. 50th Bassmaster Classic.